we recommend using a headphone for our podcast. We also recommend you turn off the light in your room and be alone. It will give you the best experience through the paranormal universe. Brothers Tony Martinsson and Nicholas Loxonen, along with their wives Linda and Sophia, founded LaxTon Ghost Sweden in 2014. The ghost hunting team was one of Sweden's first. Their fascination began with a tragic event in their hometown as children. From there the brothers' interest expanded, until Tony got a spirit box from Linda in 2014, a radio that is purportedly used to communicate with spirits through various frequencies. The duo went on to collect an arsenal of equipment, including night vision, heat, motion cameras, and electromagnetic meters, and even developed their own paranormal music box, PMB. It's claimed that the PMB plays a melodic tune if any mass moves in front of it, as far as 3 meters away, and that any spirit in the area can manipulate the frequencies into producing audible messages. With over 90,000 subscribers and 8 million views on YouTube, LaxTon Ghost has been quite successful, as one of the few ghost hunting teams in Sweden. This success rose further when on May 1, 2018, the brothers acquired the Borgvattnet haunted vicarage, said to be one of Sweden's and the world's most haunted buildings. It has been a hugely exciting project, that requires a lot of investment, because we want the manse to remain for a long time to come. Martinsson told The Local. The house was built in 1876, and inhabited mainly by priests, between 1876 and 1973. That last one, Eric Lindgren, lived there from 1945 to 1973, and during his stay, paranormal activity started to occur. Eric experienced many things that could not be explained in the house. The feeling of being observed, children's voices, and doors being opened yet nobody coming inside were common occurrences, Martinsson said. As the priest experienced these things, and told stories, word of the phenomena began to spread throughout the town and beyond, and people have been coming to see Spökprästgården, or the Ghost Priest House, for themselves ever since. Martinsson explained his account of the first time he stayed in Spökprästgården for 24 hours straight. All 4 of us had dizziness, nausea, headaches, and a strong feeling that we were not alone, that they knew who we were. We tried to document as much as we could, during the only night we had, but because we were so affected, we got out of the house, on a number of occasions, and we came out dizzy with a headache. But we defied this feeling and spent 24 hours in total in the house. That's quite a long time to spend, in one of the most haunted houses in Sweden. We placed the PMB on a table aiming at the couch, that several people had told us they had seen people sitting in. 1 and 2 hours went by without anything happening, but then we heard a faint ping sound from the music box. My brother and I ran up the stairs, and saw the PMB still facing the couch, and the first thing that strikes us is that, the atmosphere in the room is completely different from before. It was as if you stand near an old television screen, and the hair on your arm stands up. The room went completely static. The PMB picks up again and I asked, "Is there someone sitting on the couch?" After the question, it begins to play, not just a little, but the whole melody. It was clear that we had contact with some intelligent energy that night. It's quite the claim, but the story doesn't stop there. In the same room as the PMB, we now proceeded to communicate with the energy inside. It started with 3 bang sounds through the SB7 spirit box, which uses radio noise. The theory is that the other side is able to manipulate this noise into audible words and sentences. In the same second, as we heard these bangs through our communication tool, Nicholas felt like he got 3 strokes over his face. But what came to freeze my blood for a couple of seconds was, when the communication tool said Tony Martinsson. Martinsson insists that there was no doubt about the message he claims to have received. My first and last name, clearly. I asked Nicholas if he heard that and he did. This suggests that there is something intelligent in the manse, which even knows my name and surname. It was an extremely exciting and fascinating experience that I will never forget. Then, we found the door to the attic that was hidden behind the couch on the second floor. I and my brother moved the couch and slowly opened the door to the attic. We saw a small storage room where old clothes hung, and then directly to the right, there was a narrow old staircase. There was no lighting, so we got out night vision camera to orientate us. And we walked up the stairs, only getting to the first step, when we both experienced huge discomfort and a strong feeling that we should go. We quickly went down the stairs, closed the door to the attic, moved the couch, and went down to the monitor center. Then Nicholas complains about a sharp pain in his back. I lifted up his t-shirt and turned on a flashlight. Clear marks appeared across his back, red marks that were not there before. Let's all hope he just scratched his back a bit too hard. Martinson can even explain where in the house the hauntings tend to reside. Things happen in each room, but the most popular rooms are the crying room and the blue room. Both with experiences that you see figures and hear crying. The room that people describe as the most unpleasant is the yellow room, where voices and children screaming can be heard from the walls. Most people will never go near such a place. But if the idea thrills you, and a journey is on the cards, the haunting reality is about a 6-hour car ride north of Stockholm in Borgvattnet. There is a story about a girl who was with a child. Because she was not married, this was a big shame, and she decided to kill the child. It is said that the child should be buried in one of the corners of the house. That's why crying is heard both from the child and a woman. Thank you for watching. We upload new episodes every other day. Subscribe to join the haunted journey.